Running a little bit late today. Guys. As you can see, it's just getting later and later here lately. Today was one of those days that I had a crappy migraine. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. You guys might not be able to hear the music, but yeah, I came home from work and I just had a really crappy migraine and slept and then made dinner, ate dinner, passed out and slept some more, and then I realized it was 11. So there's that. How's everyone doing? What do we got here? First, Fat Red, you were first. Eduardo, how you doing, Eduardo? It's hi, it's me's hanging with friends, and was his birthday on Monday, so happy belated birthday. Man, I don't have my tea done. Just a nice hot mess today, which is it's all right. It's all right. All right. Got here. We got. He said, "Hey Ed, where's Ed?" I don't see Ed. Oh, Eduardo. Gotcha. Photon Beams. What's up, everyone? What's up, Photon? What can I do here? I can move this over here. That's good. That's good. That's good. So in typical random fashion, we're probably going to be doing some rocks and stuff today. Nothing, just completely changed directions with the previous project that I was working on, which was coming out nice, but I didn't do any planning, and I don't have anything set up to work on that, but you know, that's where we ended up with that. It's looking pretty sharp. But that's going to require more thought than I think I currently have in this moment. A little more planning and measuring I should have done for walls and stuff beforehand, and I need to make some of these hills. So that's what I'm going to do. Hills and rocks tonight. Chat. Hey Kenzo, what's going on tonight, man? Why does this light seem lower? The light seems lower tonight. Just got the aura going. I gotta go. Bye. Take care. Hi, it's me. Let me see what the hot wire cam looks like real quick. We got... Nice thing about making hills, does not have to be precise. Good Saturday morning, everyone. I tell you, Ed, just later and later. Later and later. How you doing, Ed? How's this tea doing? Oh boy, this tea is crucial right now. Let's see. Not quite there. Doing all right now, Ed. I did say at the beginning of the stream I had a migraine today, so I don't know what it is. It seems like 80% of the migraines I get, and I don't get them all the time. Maybe once a month, something like that. Maybe twice a month, just depends. Happens on Friday. Usually I get them and they subside, you know, I don't know, it takes about 4 hours to go away, something like that, but sometimes they leave me kind of tired and I just passed out. But feeling better now. Yeah, let's put a fresh blade on for this. Okay, so I did have some migraine visions, but none of it really would have been diorama friendly. Like, it was some weird looking stuff. Some strange, I don't know, break dancing. I don't know what the heck that thing was. It almost looked like an Enderman from Minecraft. And then you had some weird faces like the Titans from Attack on Titan jumping around in my head. Didn't see anything too architectural this time, though. No. No demons, Briscoe. I mean, I don't know, they might have been, but not that were easily identifiable as such. You know, I don't know, Fat Red. They make a smaller scale one. I have to look at it. It's like the mini, and it's shorter. It's really difficult. It's easy to scale those up. I think it would. I haven't tried scaling them down because you're dealing with, you know, pretty close tolerances on the way the ball joints work, and I think like the necks of them, where it gets thin, would snap pretty quickly as you start to scale down. So I haven't really tried. I'm sure you could probably shave. You know, you might be able to shave like 20% off of the size and have it be okay, but I'm not positive. All right, cut something, John. What do you want to cut here? That, we got this. Let's just start making a little rock so I can get going on something. We'll start with that. Simple, super simple. Yeah. You know what? Actually, yeah, there's a mini. There's a mini. I don't know if I made him. I think I printed the parts, so I never put that specific one together. It's like, I can't remember the creator. It's like Sousa something, or I'll look it up. But it's, he's got a whole bunch of different styles that he made. And now they've gotten crazy to where so many people have done remixes in different sizes with different styles of configurations. Like you have some that look like Gundam, some that look like Roman warriors. They have them that they wear armor. They've gotten pretty varied at this point. And it makes sense that it would catch on popularity-wise. I mean, it's basically an open source action figure that everyone's allowed to kind of contribute something to. So that's pretty cool. In a way, it's kind of funny because the old school action figure community is not really that into them because it's not a consumer-based good. I mean, some guys I noticed have bought them, and I've seen them around a little bit because people commercially started selling them. But yeah, it's like the maker open source action figure. It's a neat idea. I like pretty much open source anything usually. I'd be interested in 5 or more if they were 4 inches tall. Yeah, I mean, I'll take a peek. I'll take a peek at it, Farid. The minis, they have a different body proportion, and I would say they're not as cool. I mean, if you like the compact, it's almost like a, like a chibi version of it, if you're familiar with that. I don't know what you would call that, an anime term or a manga term. What's going on, Cobb? How do I balance this? I want to use the hot wire cutter. You know what? I'm just going to bring it in. It's going to make a ton of smoke. I feel like I need to have my respirator on, but I don't know where it is, so I'm going to move my air filter right over here and see if it does the trick. But it might be a little loud for you guys. I don't know. Let's just put that over here. Ed, how'd your show go, Ed? I'm horrible. I never watch anyone's stuff anymore. I meant to, I kind of thought about it. I was like, oh, I should watch that. The one you said you had the dude making that, what is it? You said, was it Mars Attacks action figure? Where is the, here it is. Which one to start with? Alright, we got that. We want to put a... Fortunately, I've now become a compulsive collector of action figures. I'm trying to reduce, but it's difficult for me. My collection is so varied and endless. Yeah. You know, Eduardo, I try not to talk about that too much because it's kind of like down on the collecting community a little bit, but it's definitely a thing I've noticed as someone that is not much of a collector. I do understand the itch to collect things. I mean, I have had some things, especially I would say vintage video games for me. Art supplies, if you want to count that as a collection. I definitely have a collection of that. But yeah, there's an easy way to go where it becomes too much. You know, it's just like anything else. It can become too much, I think. But you know, you got to find the balance. Ed said, went good. I think it's going to be a super successful Kickstarter. Space Zombies from Mars. There we go. Nice. Glad to hear, Ed. Maybe I'll go watch the replay while I'm working on some stuff. Or at least I know I should watch. Oh, look at that. It's sucking up the smoke. That's nice. I'm not choking yet, so that's a good sign. Yeah, these are really handy. This is the cheapo. You know, this is the older style. Well, it's not older because the old ones were really clunky. But yeah, this is the basic style hot wire cutter that has been used far longer, I'd say, than the table style in crafts. It's just not good for making anything that has a machined or particular look like you know, like an engineering quality to it. Nothing square. But for organic, yeah, these are awesome. And this one has it's got the attachments too, so you can swap them out and do the different attachments, which allows you to do. Go have a piece of trash. Yeah, you know, you can go right. Hold on. Wow, it doesn't want to heat up. Should be able to do lines. Yeah, there we go. Do all kinds of things with that. There are some people that are really good with this. They could draw like letters and stuff. I am not that good with it. But it's just another option. This thing creates a ton of smoke though. Relatively inexpensive. I want to say you can pick them up for under 20 bucks or around 20 bucks on Amazon. So much cheaper than a hot wire table. Hobby Lobby, I don't know if they sell this particular type. They might have something similar. Hobby Lobby used to sell the really cheapo old ones back in the day. I think they might have something similar now. I bought, it used to take 2 C batteries in the base of it. It was quite a monstrosity, but that was my first hot wire cutter. And that was the only style hot wire cutter I had. The cardboard tube with the 2 C batteries in it for, wow, maybe at least 10 years. Yeah, at least from like 1996 till 2000. And man, it might have been till like 2014 Yeah. Wow. And then they started getting fancier and fancier. Kenzo says, I bought one of those and some foam about 2 months ago after your show, still sitting in the box. Right on. Yeah, I got mine for $15 on Amazon. Look, if you're making hills or you're doing anything organic, it's what you want. And a lot of the reason why you want it is for this right here. When you're going to put two pieces together like that, and you want the back to line up, you cut them together, and then when you glue it, it won't look exactly like one piece, but if you fill it in a little bit, it will, and you can get that nice. It's one of the big advantages of it. You can't do that with a knife. I mean, you can, but it takes a lot of cutting and sanding usually as well. It's much trickier. Pick one up in Georgia for this and other reason. Thank you, Eduardo. Yeah, no, I would grab one for sure. Definitely a handy tool. Cheap and super useful. Carving rocks with the blade is good. This is faster, and it's a different style. You know, like I'd say you get chunkier, a little more realistic looking rocks in some cases with the blade, but you get much better ice with this. If you ever want to do snow terrain or do ice, like look at that. It almost looks like a glacier already. It's a lot easier to do. Get that smooth, slick style than with a blade. But this is like, you know, the way we used to make war games terrain, and that's what this is. This isn't 1/12 scale, by the way. As you can tell, they're kind of, these hills are kind of small. This is for some Warhammer extra hills. All right, this thing, the air filter is working pretty good. I haven't gotten one single whiff of smoke yet. I'm surprised. I thought I was going to be choking. I have a few of those, but I haven't used them yet because they all said this product is known to cause cancer. Briscoe pink foam. When you're cutting pink foam, anything you heat up, I think there's the smoke of anything is not good for you. I'm pretty sure any kind of smoke causes cancer. I don't know. I'm not an expert on that, but from what I understand, the direct inhalation of that smoke is not good. It's not as bad as many things, but it's not good. Yeah, Kenzo, exactly. Exactly. It's just hard to. I mean, yeah. When I'm not streaming and I have to do this, I'll do it in the garage or I'll open the windows and you don't even smell it. It doesn't even affect you, but yep, what are you going to do? I was reading an article that talked about the rates of cancer are higher the closer you live to a major road, and I'm right off a major road right there. So they showed like the nearer you are to a major thoroughfare, it was almost like looked like a flood zone map. They could show an increase. Doesn't surprise me. Thor, just doing some hills and rocks right now. How you doing? I never lived near a road. I'll live forever. Yeah, maybe so, Ed. Maybe so. I didn't see the part on the study that talked about how close to the creek you were, but it's probably on there somewhere. Quiet, Kenzo. That's perfectly safe. You vape, Ed? What the heck? I didn't know Ed was a angsty 16-year-old. So, a couple of weeks ago, I was in a friend of mine's truck, or an acquaintance, I should say, and he smokes, and I have not, I mean, I used to be, used to hang out in bars, and you'd be around smoke all the time. It was in restaurants, it was everywhere. It never bothered me, really, People complain about the smell of cigarettes, smoke in the air. I didn't find it terribly unpleasant. The smell of smoke on people after they smoke is kind of nasty, but that's, a different thing. So, but I'm in the, in his truck, and we're driving, and like after a couple of minutes, I never experienced this before, but it's been so long since I've been sitting next to someone that smoked, maybe 15 years. In an enclosed space like that, I started getting like a contact buzz off the cigarette smoke. I was like, what is going on? I mean, I started feeling like a little lightheaded. Not terribly or anything, but I noticed it. And it was just so strange. You don't realize, you get used to being around it, and it just doesn't do that to you anymore. So I thought that was kind of interesting. You just turn into more and more of a weenie the older you get. Well, I aim for somewhere in the middle of those two, Ed. And you're not living that fast, otherwise you wouldn't be as old as you are right now. Always have to do a wash after going out back in the day because my clothes stunk so bad. Yeah, that smoke smell. I was hanging out at a fire pit the other day, and I still have that smoke smell on my clothes. And I brought a blanket with me because it was, like, I don't know, 19 or 19 degrees before the wind chill. So it was probably like, it was pretty cold. And I can't get away from it. My jacket smells like it when I walk by it in the hallway. My hat smells like it. And that was, 3 days ago. I'm still trying to de-smoke my home. And more, I will purchase an original random diorama via Etsy. My client lives in Jacksonville, just 2 hours. Oh, okay. Very cool, Ed. The first random diorama in South America. Nice. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm going to be putting some more stuff up, and I'm putting some stuff up on eBay as well. I actually moved one of the listings from Etsy to eBay, which was the one with the 2 columns, just to see if that would move on there. But yeah, I'm gonna throw a few more things up. I gotta get some stuff cleaned out. Probably going to work on that this weekend. These hills are going on there too, but this is for, like I said, War Games terrain. I slowed way down. Young marriage and kids do that to you. Yeah, Ed. For sure. I mean, I didn't even get married and have kids, and I had to slow down. Your body just, you know, some people just don't slow down and they're dead. I've known a lot of those, or quite a few, unfortunately. Some people seem to go on a little bit longer than others, and I guess it just depends on how you're built or if you care. But plenty of people, they get slowed down, if you know what I mean. Don't have much choice. Feel old as hell, but I'm only 46. Kenzo, I'm almost there. I'll be 46 in July. Like that when I go in a 7-Eleven. Smell like crappy, greasy fruit. Dude, I used to work in a kitchen and when I was a teenager, and anyone here who's worked in a kitchen, and I was washing dishes, man, that grease smell. They give you your own clothes, you know. You don't have to use your own clothes. You get, you know, like, I can't remember what you call them, but the pants that had the, like, little checkered black and white pattern on them, and had an apron and, you know, a shirt and everything, so kind of like a uniform. But those pants, after a couple of shifts of that, they would stand up on their own. They were so nasty. They were just brutal, and they stunk like crazy. You couldn't, you'd wash them and you'd still smell the grease. You have to wash them like 3 times. It's probably a good thing. I know I'd be dead. Yeah, Ed. I mean, me too. I'd be pickled if I was still drinking the way I used to. I worked the grill at Hardee's for my 16th summer. The grease smell is brutal. Yeah, I worked on a golf course, you know, country club situation, and I did that for a few years, maybe at least 3 years. I want to say it was 3 years. I don't think it was 4. Yeah, 14, 15, 16, yeah. Yeah, 3 years. On and off. All summer long, and then, you know, periodically throughout the school year. Alright, we got that, we got that. That greasy clothes smell, yeah, Cobb. It's no joke. The smell of McDonald's garbage midsummer. Worked at a gas station, shared a lot. Yeah. I don't do well in the heat. I don't even know if I could do it anymore, because the kitchen would get hot and nasty. And we used to store, we had garbage cans outside, like there was a little enclosure right outside the kitchen, but the main trash throwaway was at the back of a parking lot down a trail, so you would get in a golf cart and go cruise over there, which was fun to do. But when you would unload the garbage bag cans near the kitchen, it was sitting out there in the hot sun sometimes for a day or two. Usually you change it the same day, but, you know, things would sit. And in the summer, man, the maggots were brutal. You would just try to pull the bag out of this can, and, you know, it would be full of greasy mung food stuff that would just suction to the side of the can, so it's like slurping as it comes out, you know, and there's like maggots crawling around the side of it, and sometimes I mean, I would say no exaggeration, there were maggots at least every other time I did that, and I did that multiple times a week. You kind of got used to it, but it was gross. Super gross. The pulse of maggots. It's the story of Cinderella. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in the US, that's true. I would say though, depending on what you're into, Eduardo, Japan might have you beat on some things if you're into that kind of stuff. Japan has some amazing stuff. Especially with the miniatures and the hobby shops and stuff. I've had people send me pictures where they go into hobby shops and they just have like aisles of part bins for all the different pieces, and it's just very meticulously intense, as you would expect from kind of like the uber OCD Japanese hobbyist. Very detailed. I'm sure I would have a blast with all that. Oh, Slipknot song. Okay. I don't remember it. The only one I remember clearly from Slipknot is the one with them smashing the beer keg. Duality, I think, was the name of it. You know, one time I was pulling up the trash out of those cans, and there was a busted champagne bottle that someone threw in that garbage bag. And because I had to, like, you know, really yank on the bag to get it out of the can, I pulled it up, and the champagne bottle came out, sliced my leg right through my pants. Still got that scar. I probably should have had stitches on it, but I was goofy, and I just took some, like, what did we have? We had those little butterfly sticky things, put it on there, and wrapped towels around it. So I'm just sitting there, like, washing dishes with this bloody rag wrapped around my leg. Never went to the doctor or hospital or nothing. It's just kind of funny when you think about the mentality then versus now. Now there would be someone like, gotta file an accident report. You know, everything's... it's just different. some glue. Ooh, it's magic. Hey, Mr. Wonderful. What's up, Travis? How you doing, man? Haven't seen you in a while. You actually came up in conversation with someone at work the other day because we were talking about... Well, actually, it was 2 times because one time this guy who does model airplanes was talking about 3D scanners. And then another time, this guy at work was wanting to make a head scan of himself. And I said, I know a guy that's probably got an extra 3D scanner. Believe me, I'll reach out to you if I'm serious. But I was just like, it's like, yeah, I don't know. I probably know a guy who's got too many of those. But yeah, this one guy I know now, he's doing remote RC gliders, and he's building his own, and he's trying to get it to where he can make the make some custom parts for his own design. I like what I see on that board. Oh, let me see if I can show you. You weren't here before, Travis. This is from last week. Or I should say the last 2 or 3 weeks we were working on that. Yeah. Like maybe med bay kind of sci-fi thingamabobber. And these hills we're doing, they eventually end up looking like this. You know, with little pieces and stuff you could put on them and move around. What do we got? Oh, we got Tony's Figs here. What's up, Tony? How you doing, man? Got the late night crew, Tony Trap. Did someone stream just then? Was Punk doing a stream or something? Yeah, these are smaller scale, Travis, like, you know, for these dudes. Warhammer. But, you know, you could make them larger, and honestly, even though it's meant for Warhammer scale, if you stood a 112 figure on there, it would still look cool. It would still look cool. I was working, wife's asleep. I've been watching The Office a billion times. The Office. Oh, I'm on shift. Nice, Tony. Just coincidence then. Nice. You guys are on... Tony and Travis are on like a psychic wavelength together. It's good stuff. Camaraderie. Oh, the pins are amazing. Yeah. Absolutely. I got that from Oiler's Workshop. Pins, super, super useful. I used to use blue tape. And I saw oilers, I don't know, maybe 4 years ago using the pins, and I was like, that's the way right there. Yeah. Yeah, Oilers is very cool. So you've been doing anything lately with your 3D scanners, Travis? Any progress? I haven't been on Instagram much lately, so haven't really been keeping up too much with everyone. Where can I put these? Oilers, how I found random. Yeah. Yeah, nice. I haven't spoken to him in a while, but we've been, we have been chit-chatting on and off for quite a number of years at this point. He's big on sharing how to do stuff and information too, which I think we have pretty similar philosophies on a lot of that stuff, which is nice. Really need to scan. Yeah, Kenzo. That seems to be what I usually hear from people who have them, though. Scanners are not so much, but stands will be live. Going to be Tuesday, 9 to 5. Oh, really? Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. Travis, yeah, no, I'll check that out. Yeah. So many things I got to scan. Yeah, I just, we've talked about this, I think, a long time ago, but, and I'm sure Kenzo is going to agree as the man with, 3D printers sitting in the closet, brand new. It is so easy to buy things and not use them. And I kind of had the philosophy for a long time after realizing that I would buy one thing and just work with that one tool for, a few months at least before touching anything else, so I could get to a certain level of, I wouldn't say mastery, but comfortableness, with it, basic operation, and to be able to get creative with it. But then when I started doing the Amazon stuff a few years back, and then people started sending me tools, it got to that point again where I was just like, you got two hands. You can only do one thing at a time. But I think it hinders your creative process to have too many options. It just kind of stalls you out. It's like a limited palette painting. When you only have so many colors you can paint with, you can be very creative because some of your choices are already made for you. But having the right tool for the right job is cool, and obviously those things are They're neat. They're neat. I think there's a lot you could do with them. But it's one of those that I definitely noticed it's not as easy as people think it's going to be. Like the scanning, it's fiddly, I think. I haven't messed with it, but from what I've heard other people saying and watched in videos and stuff. Bike shedding. I don't know what that means. Bike shedding. What is that? Learning? I need to elevate this. It's actually doing really well. What can I put this on? Too much in unimportant details instead of addressing important matters. Parkinson's laws of trivia. It sounds like the Pareto principle to me, the 80-20 rule. It's all probably the similar thing. Almost passed out thinking what it was. Yeah, we're in an inception moment here. We're bike shedding on phrases that mean bike shedding. That's how deeply we've fallen. You ever watch Zach Friedman or creator of Gridfinity? You know, I'm familiar with Gridfinity, but no, I don't think I've ever watched the videos. Do you have some of that stuff set up at your place, Travis? Have you printed out like any of those organizational systems? Oh, you don't use the filament ones. Nice. Yeah, I'm kind of like accumulating filament printers the last year, I guess. I mean, I still have... Well, I got rid of one of my Ender 3s. So I have one Ender 3. I got the Bamboo X1C that they sent to me. And I got the Bamboo Mini, A1 Mini. And I also have the Elegoo Neptune 4 Max that they sent to me. And that thing, I've been using that a lot lately, too. Well, not a lot, but on a few things. And I'm gearing up to... I gotta make videos for them. I did one video. I'm being bad. I'm being bad. Great printer, by the way. I don't know, Kenzo, if you ever put yours together or not, but that thing is... It's actually a really nice printer. Very quiet. I like that. It's so big, though. It takes... You gotta have a lot of clearance on either side from the bed slinging back and forth, because it's a 16-inch bed. Yeah, it's a double-edged sword, Mr. Wonderful. It is. Need to get that kind of sponsorship. Still sitting on the table collecting dust. Right on, Kenzo. Yeah, I need to design some stuff specifically for that printer, because you could do, you know, if you want to do gray, matte gray hills or rocks, or... It's so big that you could do whole bases on it. It would be nothing. I mean, you could... It's big enough to do dioramas on... It's just, you know, going to be slow, obviously. But if you wanted to do, like, a sci-fi tile floor or, you know, a hex pattern or something like that, 16 by 16 is huge. You could really make a nice, you know, a nice piece with that. Yeah, I noticed the more I do... The more you do any kind of videos with 3D printers in them, and you tag 3D printers, if you have, you know, enough of a following, which is probably like 10,000 plus. I don't know what the number is. But if you get, you know, if you have a video get probably a couple of tens of thousands of views or something, then yeah, they'll just start kind of popping up asking you, hey, do you want to try our printer kind of thing. So, finally got my partnership on YouTube. Dude, I have it. I barely make any money. You guys are great. I love everyone that supports me. Thank you very much. But, you know, it's I don't do a lot of videos. You want to make money with it, you got to be pumping videos out all the time. Most of what I get comes from the few guys I have as channel members, and occasionally Fat Red feels sorry for me that I look like I'm starving and he buys me snacks. Thank you, Fat Red. But selling stuff, you make way more. And partnerships are great. Some companies are fantastic. Bamboo, great. Honestly, Elegoo, they were really, really sweet. Thank you, Ed. I need some cakes, man. I don't have any snacks today. All I got's bananas. So we're gonna go for bananas after on break. But there have been other companies that are not 3D printer companies, I should say, that have been, I don't know how to put it. You know, sometimes they have some expectations and stuff, and that can be a bit much. Also, if you're just trying to do your own thing and you're like me, and you're like a leaf on the wind, trying to conform to not be a jerk because someone sent you some stuff and you want to, you know, do the honorable thing and make sure you take care of them. It's cool with one or two things, but if you have like 20 things like that, it gets cumbersome, and you quickly turn into a, you know, you turn into the, what's that guy's name? The ShamWow dude. The prices that scare me on the newspaper you put down. Yeah. Yeah, those are old usually. I'm hoping a spandex company reaches out. I can model spandex. Yeah. I mean, Kenzo, I'm sure I could do that as well. Although I don't know, it's I'll probably leave that to you. You might fill the spandex out a little bit more. I'm 5'10", 150, so we can end this conversation now. So what do we got? But wait, there's more. Yeah, what about the slap chop too? Those commercials were hysterical. Damn it, Ed, now I really want some Entenmann's. You know what I got? Check this out. Empty. What kind of self-loathing, self-torturing bum am I to have this empty carton of these delicious donuts that are not as good as Dunkin' Donuts, but they have their place. It's like a different entity. It's a different entity altogether, just sitting here next to me. Empty. Put that behind me so I don't have to look at it anymore. 5'10", 160, slow walks in the park, my cat, Chinese buffets, and spandex. Ed, you lift up the spandex part. Coffee Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, you know, it's kind of like a guilty pleasure. I used to would have said that they're horrible, they're nowhere near as good as what you get in the store, you know, like from a donut shop. But something about them, I don't know, I like them. They're more cakey than donutty, you know, but in a good way. Did you see the message about your donuts on Amazon? No. Are you saying because I mentioned donuts on my YouTube stream, I'm going to end up getting advertisements for donuts on Amazon? That would not surprise me. Appreciate it, Ed. You know what? I'm going to do this. I haven't done this in a while. Look at this cup. My God, what kind of savage am I? Holy cow. Funny thing is, it's only from like a week, I think. Ugh. Drink too much tea, maybe. Let's see. They were last week. What, they were on sale, Fat Red? Eduardo, Cinnabon is they're good. Man, those things will probably kill you. It's like 500 or 600 calories for just a little Cinnabon, but they are pretty good, especially when they're nice and warm. My mom loves those things. There it is. Nope. Yep. Yep. I don't have any Cinnabon close. I only have the Pizza Hut mini ones. We got Schlotsky's right down the road, and they sell the Cinnabons, so that's where I usually get them from. I love Schlotsky's. Schlotsky's also expensive for the sandwiches that they have, but they're really good. I went ahead and added the channel membership link in there, just if anyone wanted to join and they were on a mobile device and couldn't click the normal button. Figured I'd go ahead and throw that up. Why not? Ed, if you could pin... Nope, I can pin that. I can pin it. I don't need you for everything, Ed. Sorry. There we go. Okay. Let's cut some more foam. Cut some more foam. Where's the scraps? I gotta make sure to do some smaller pieces out of the scraps. So we'll cut that one. Yeah, I could only have the coffee cake donuts in the variety pack, Fat Red. They do have the coffee cake locally, the little individual wrapped ones, but they're just not, they don't taste the same. Unless you're saying they have the coffee cake donuts in a single pack, in which case I might be on those. The crumble top ones. I'm actually really surprised how well this air filter is working at... I haven't even smelled the smoke one time, which is unusual, so... This might actually be a little better than having the window open. I probably need a combination of both would be the best thing. When it's warmed up, I just take everything outside and sit on the patio. Try not to have styrofoam bits blow all over my neighbor's porch. Oop. I don't like the way that looks. That didn't look right. I'm gonna just keep cutting it because I don't like the way I did that. Okay, alright, we'll leave it like that. Yes, the crumble only in packs. Okay. Okay. I'll have to check that out. H Cinnabon at Wendy's comes in a fully cut cup for just $3. Okay, that's a pretty good deal. No, the ones that I get are usually like $7 maybe. They're not cut though. They're, you know, the whole big roll. Or bun, I should say. Now I don't see them. Yeah. Yeah, that's the way of it, Fat Red. How to Rule an Asteroid. What's up? How you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Hard to forget that name. I still don't know how to rule an asteroid, by the way. Always miss the lives because I'm an old lady and asleep by 9. Yeah. Well, heck, I fell asleep today at 7:30 and woke up at 11 and started the live, so I guess I was an old lady as well. Dude sent you a screenshot of them last week. Okay, Fat Red. We went from sending me diorama and toy picture examples to donuts. But I mean, to be fair, they're both interests I have, so that's reasonable. I think How to Rule an Asteroid. Lots of people miss this live because of the time. It's kind of a feature of it. I miss this live because of the time sometimes. I don't even know when it's starting. I did not need to do the backside of that. Why did I do that? I got distracted. Okay. time do we got? It's already 12:54. I did start pretty late today. So that's cool. I didn't expect this to feel like it was taking up time so well. I thought it was going to be done and have to come up with something else, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Always the best vibes here. It's chill vibes, that's for sure. But you know, that is true. It's been very rare for us to have any kind of like negativity or weirdness. It's only happened a couple of times, and man, how long have we been doing this now? It's got to be getting close to 2 years or somewhere around 2 years. I started making a morgue dio yesterday because of that table cabinet you made. Oh, yeah? Wait, this one, Ed? This puts you in the direction of a morgue? Fat Red with the $20 super chat. Thank you very much, Fat Red. You all have a great weekend. I have to hit the hay. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. I will definitely get some Entenmann's for next weekend now. Appreciate it. How to Roll an Asteroid says, I've always wanted to do a morgue. Yeah, morgue would be cool. Morgue would be cool. There's a pun in there, but we don't have to talk about that. What would I like to do? Someone asked me about a dojo, and a dojo would be cool. I've never done one, but kind of haven't been doing any dioramas lately. I've been doing props and pieces and parts, so I guess we'll see. Well, I couldn't copy a clean-looking medbay like you. Well, thank you, Ed. It happens, though. Briscoe, I only remember that weird... yeah, he was weird, Briscoe. That guy was strange. That was the main one that's popping in my head. I feel like there was one other instance of something that was a little off. But that's the main one that's popping into my head, too. Wow, that is a lot of smoke. We had a troll, yeah. Yeah, they pop up from time to time. Small streams like this, you don't get them quite so much. And the time, it's kind of late too. Although... in Rocco's streams, we used to get the sex bots. That was like, what on earth is going on? But we don't hit numbers to attract that attention too much over here, and I'm glad for that. I just want to chill. I'm really not wanting to deal with all that craziness. Now, I used to get some weird stuff on Instagram when I was doing more stuff that would go viral. But haven't been posting on there lately either. When I first really started getting traction on Instagram, though, and I was gaining a lot of followers and a lot of posts had hundreds of thousands of views. Had a few in the millions too, but whenever you get a viral post, you're going way out of your core audience, and it's getting served to lots of other people, and so it really broadens the scope of your trollery that you experience online, and it can be an interesting experience. And the scammers too, man. So many scammers. Every day I just get on IG and there would be, 3 or 4 messages, scam messages, trying to get access to my account. Hey, can you vote for me? All this, just constant stuff. Why is this not wanting to line up? How to Roll an Asteroid says, over on my daytime channels, we have a lot of trolls that won't leave us alone. Yeah. During the normal hours, you get a little bit more, for sure. What kind of channels are you usually on there, Asteroid? And I don't know if I'd know any of them. Ed says, surprisingly, we don't get a lot of trolls on the Clubhouse either. Yeah, the Clubhouse, it doesn't get a lot of viral play. There's a fair number of watchers on there, but I think it's just built up over time. People just kind of go in there and kind of hang out. I think you guys might have had some issues perhaps in the past that limit how many people it gets pushed to. I'm not sure, with some of the more colorful things that have been viewed and discussed on there. It might have some limited reach stuff going on, but I don't know. I've done quite a few of these today. Yeah. Not crafting ones, right on. Gaming ones are the worst. And I used to be a pretty big gamer, and I was even, there's a small game that I used to play, and I was pretty well known in it because it's an indie game, so the community was small. But people would definitely come over and probably hang out a little bit if I told people from that community that what I was doing more, but I didn't ever try to cross-pollinate it because there's just a lot of toxic kids. You get just a lot of, some of them are plenty of cool people, but a lot of them are just professional trolls. That's all they do. Especially the type of kids that'll sit around and play a video game for 16 hours. I was one of those kids, by the way. But yeah, it's nothing better to do. My feed is mostly dinosaurs. So hold on a second. They look great. Thank you, Kenzo. So you're saying that you are the ruler of an asteroid and you're watching stuff about dinosaurs. It's interesting. I feel like there's a whole story there we're not getting. Yes, I sure am. Okay. All right. We can do this. Looks kind of cool. I don't like the taller rock. Look at how much scraps we've generated. Look at that. There's a lot of leavings. So Ed, how's this morgue coming? Have you posted any pictures at all yet? And what kind of time period morgue are you going for? Is this a modern morgue, or are you doing more like a noir kind of style or sci-fi? With this foam trash here in Brazil, you could buy a liver and a kidney. This stuff is incredibly expensive. Well, Eduardo, do you ever bring any back with you when you come to the States, or are you not allowed to do that? Yeah, the prices do keep going up, although they kind of went up all at once around COVID time, and now it came down a little bit, and then it's kind of been sitting. But a whole 4x8 sheet for 1 inch used to be like $12. I remember years ago at Home Depot. Might have even been $10 at one point, and now they're like $20. Or yeah. Ed says, just started last night. Probably finish her tomorrow. Gonna be like a city morgue. Kind of timeless. So I could do noir or modern. Nice. Very cool. Keep doing that, and I keep not liking it. Why am I doing that? All right. So now I'm curious if Eduardo has ever smuggled some Dr. Pepper back to Brazil. And if he has, will he even talk about it? Oh my god, I want to drink a Dr. Pepper. Apparently he hasn't smuggled any this year, or this at this current moment. Brazil customs for imports is insane. I can't imagine getting through trying to smuggle America. Yeah, I don't think it would be easy. I mean, unless you're connected, then it might be easy. You know, just depends on who you know, I imagine, like anything else. Cheers, Eduardo. I don't really know what that looks like over there, so... It's crazy. It's like 1:13 and there's more people in the stream now than there was almost the entire night. Okay. I guess we'll do another one. That's a little extreme. Those and you ever tried a hot Dr. Pepper? Boil it on the stove. Eduardo, $5 to $6 on average in a restaurant for a nice steak? Because I can't even get a steak at home for $5 to $6 for a nice steak. Like, not even close. That does sound pretty nice. $6. Yeah, no, I got it. I understood, Eduardo. 6 times the value. I mean, that doesn't always translate to mean that it has more buying power, though. But from what you're saying, it definitely seems like it has quite a bit more buying power. I'm sure it's like anywhere else. There's got to be spots that are not safe for, probably not too smart of an idea for Americans to be tourist-wise, but I'm sure there's some spots that are okay. If I ever go to Brazil, I'll probably call you first. Right? Yeah, Briscoe, I was thinking about that sometime in the last year in Pulp Fiction when he was like, $5 for a milkshake. Yeah, you can't. $5 is nothing. You could spend twice that for a stupid cup of coffee at Starbucks. That's insane. I mean, it's not actually coffee, but coffee-ish substance. Here, stay freeze long. Thank you. Very nice of you, Eduardo. What city are you near? Are you near a city? I'm sure you are with your work. Oh, Rio de Janeiro, nice. That's where Yeah, that's where they have that statue. I always thought that was pretty cool. That Christ the Redeemer statue. I'm sure there's a lot more there than just that. It's a very big city. Pulp Fiction is epic for sure. That was one of my favorite movies in high school, and still, it goes everywhere. You know, there's just a lot. There's a lot going on in Pulp Fiction. One of the 7 wonders of the world. I don't know. It's pretty darn big. I know it gets a lot of tourists to it. All right, what do we get? It's 1:22. We've been going almost 2 hours. I think I'm gonna wrap it up. 1:22. Wow, that's the latest we've gone in a while, but it did start very late. So I'm not even gonna move it over. You know what? I will move it over here. We made a pile of hills. A pile. Let's see. Even gonna fit in the camera? I don't know. That's quite a bit. So got a lot of painting and stuff ahead here, and obviously I'm probably gonna flock most of these to get them to kind of look like that. Although we might do some slightly different styles. I tried to leave an open patch in the middle here with the flock, and now it looks like it's got some male pattern baldness on this hill. Everyone, hold on. I know it's only 7. Okay. Thank you everyone for hanging out. Special shout out to Fat Red Foo for his super chat, and Ed, thank you very much for your super chat as well. Shout out to all of the channel members. Appreciate you guys supporting me and just hanging out and having some cool conversation, and not bringing the sex robots with you. I appreciate that, guys. So everyone have a fantastic week and a great weekend, and hopefully I'll see you next Friday, but at the rate we're going, it might be Saturday morning before I start the stream. So see you guys next week. Take care.